All right. All right. All right. We're on basement tapes number 78 right here in the basement. Talking about the cards in my collection, the sets, and all that fun stuff. Learning about this stuff, mostly in real time. Let's get to 1958 again. 1958 tops. And I bet you're not expecting this at all. But we're talking about 1958 tops Zorro. Yep, that's Zorro with a Z and two R's, two O's. Not a Zorro fan myself, but I am a fan of the old trading card stuff, especially in the 50s. Again, pop culture, sign o' the times, as Prince would say. I've got 8 of these bad boys and don't know a lot about the Zorro story itself, but maybe we can learn a little bit here. 88 cards produced by Topps, according to Beckett OPG, $5.11 average value, $450 total value. A set of these will cost $250 to $450. So it is a pretty, fairly expensive set for those times, I guess, because a lot of those cards, the first couple cards, I guess card 1 and card 88 are the big bangers because we used rubber bands. And ironically, we still use rubber bands in the hobby. I use rubber bands when I ship stuff, but only if they're in card savers, top loaders, that kind of stuff. So, but rubber bands, riding dirty with rubber bands was not good for anybody back then. So let's go to T, C, D, and a B. Again, 88 cards, 1958 tops Zorro. Interestingly painted cards. And let's see if there's any comments here. This Nighthawk 40 says, this was one of my favorite T-V- shows growing up. Most of us watched it in syndication. However, due to the dates of its, there's some grammar issues here. Must have watched it in syndication. However, due to the dates of its was original broadcast, October period, comma 1957 dash July, comma 1959. In July 1959, I was still in my mother's belly. So that's Nighthawk oversharing, some would say. And I'm a big fan of grammar being proper when you're trying to convey something, but I'm not quite sure what he, she, or they were trying to do at that point. Packaging, some Zorro red and yellow packaging, the wrappers, uh, beautiful masked. I don't know whether he was a hero or a villain, but there is a masked Zorro there for the penny packs and a masked Zorro for the 5-cent packs. And of course, the back of the pack said, "You'll love new Blony bubblegum, flavored with sugar and spice and everything N." It just cuts off there. The wrapper wraps around, so it would say nice there. I hate to be a spoiler. With Archie comics in every pack. Again, gum-based sugars, corn syrup flavor, and U.S. certified. Color, contents, 1 slab, bubblegum, plus picture cards. In Canada, made and distributed by OPG Limited, London, Ontario, under license with Topps, chewing gum, Brooklyn, New York. So wonderful cards there. Pictures abound here. Obviously ripped from the headlines of the TV show. I guess they are color portraits, or maybe they're enhanced. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. They look like color portraits. So all sorts of crazy shenanigans happening there. Card number 5, card number 6. I can't decide which one I want to read. Let's read card number 6, which says The Evil Scheme. And these cards had the Zorro hat with the Z, either in the bottom right, bottom left, whatever. And I'm looking at some horizontal landscape cards here. But the evil scheme featured on card number 6 goes like this. Captain Monasterio smiled at his visitor and said, "One day, I'll be the richest man in California." This was the well-planned scheme of the powerful commander of the Los Angeles garrison. He ruled with an iron fist while he took away lands from the rightful owners. With the army under his command, he could crush any uprising by the poorly armed settlers. So Zorro masked in the back there. It says C card number 7, Soldier and Scholar. Walt Disney's Zorro. Copyright TCG, printed USA. Copyright Walt Disney Procss Inc. So Disney makes its appearance here on the cards. Not sure if this is the first time, but clearly there is a Walt Disney's logo on there. And we know that Topps had gotten into bed with CBS and NBC and ABC in the past, but interesting that Disney pops up here and all sorts of cross marketing, as they say, and kind of a cool set if you're into that stuff. Of course, we talked about Cowboys, Indians, armies, airplanes, all that stuff, and space cards, of course. But this is going a little bit back in time, and we're talking about Zorro. Not sure again if he's good, bad, or ugly, but he is depicted on these cards. I imagine he's a good guy, or Disney would not have been too involved. Correct. So, Man of Mystery is an interesting card. It's card 88. Again, has a higher value along with card number 1, but really kind of a beautiful card with I want to say, a Mexican themed background where it goes from gray to beigeish to red and reminiscent of the flag of Mexico. And let's read Man of Mystery. When Alejandro returned, he brought the governor, who officially removed Monasterio and placed him under arrest. You are a brave man to withstand such injustice, said the governor. Who is your leader? The people say he is a masked man who calls himself the Fox, he told the governor, but I have never seen him. The young dandy chuckled. That's the end of the story. So we told a story over these 88 cards, and I did not want to bore everybody here with that story, but interesting that that would tell a story throughout. And I guess that would keep the kids captivated and want to buy more and more cards. But boy, what happens if you only knew the end of the story and didn't know the meat of the story, the arc, as they say. Anyway, the Blade of Zorro, Rawhide Duel, Zorro and Tornado, Rude Awakening, Diego's Guest. It's all there, folks. The 1958 Topps Zorro set. Don't know what the ACC number is. I assume these are 2.5 by 3.5 cards as well. So, yeah, enjoy that stuff. Zorro, I get them when they come to me. I don't necessarily, again, seek them out. So, 1958 Topps Zorro. It's about to get pretty darn interesting, if you ask me, inside of my collection. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.